What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary top of the movie reaction video. We got the one and only the man that walks in faith, a living legend in the game, standing on his own 2 feet, 10 toes down, walking in thy truth, man. You cannot be mad at a man who walks. He know how to stick by himself, but also walk in faith with the Lord, but also spread the truth. And he basically spreads wisdom. And the real wealth is having spirit credentials, being one with God, and educating yourself. That's the greatest wealth you can ever absorb, embrace, and spread. As we're all to be, as Christians, as believers, we're all to teach and be ministers. And that's what I love about Mesus, man. He's a legend in his own way, uniquely. Of course, being a rapper, that's the easiest blueprint. But twisting it and taking it your own way, uniquely in your own style, can be the test. And only you would know how to assert or conduct that test or embrace it, that challenge, by you being dedicated, just as you are dedicated to the Lord. Resiliently, never refusing to quit or give up. And that's what I love about this man. He's a true artist. And if you're new to the channel, come join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below any legendary top of the movie reaction videos you guys want to see. Get this video a big thumbs up. It helps crush that YouTube algorithm, and it's totally free. Let's go.
Hey, listen. The world been out of order, ain't nothing but it new. People glued to the news, but ain't nothing but the truth. That's why I never ever watch it, and neither should you. These news feeds feed you the flu, keeping you spooked. Here's a thought, thinking's free, try it sometime. Cause you out your mind if you thinking these riots and crime. Talking about reparations, I don't know you a dime. My white skin ain't pay my bills, I had to go out and grind. And there it is, they convince us we different. Can walk a mile in your shoes if I'm tripping about pigment. Stealing rights left and right, but we can't fight infringement. Cause we rather die over pride than unite for existence.
Oh my goodness, we rather die over pride than unite for existence. The unity, man. A lot of times, that's why I'm saying it reminds me metaphorically, and this is not to get off topic, but a person don't even know how to sit with themselves. Some people don't even know who they are. So what can they stand for? How can they walk in faith if they don't even try to absorb who they are and the purpose that God has in store for them? Or even strive to be one with God and let God lead the way, as we should anyway. But at the end of the day, if you don't, I feel like if you don't fight or you don't unite for existence, then at the end of the day, you don't even know why you're existing. You're not even seeking the reason why. You're just flowing through life. And as you flow through life and let life pass you by, at the end of the day, just don't be full of regret and guilt of why you haven't sought that purpose or you haven't consulted the Most High, the amazing, unconditional, loving, changeless God. Like, come on, man.
Used to battle rap, but now my rap's back.
Or you haven't, sorry, this is the last time pausing it. You haven't even prayed every day to let God bring someone your way to even help them. As God say, love others as we should love ourselves, and forget ourselves and serve others. That's how you love ourselves. We naturally love ourselves. The tendency is there. Just like we're naturally inherited with peace. Yes, ask God for peace, but we already have peace. It's easier to be peaceful than it's easier to be peaceful, and it's more harder to build up anger.
Battle of war, and the war in black versus white. It's the rich versus the poor. So big corporate stayed open, mom and pops closed doors. So who you really scared of? COVID, a new world order. Remember way back when men would actually act like men and never bow down to this new world order. The money don't make you.
I think he said, hold on, run that back.
To this new world order. The money don't make you God. All you do is make you God.
Yeah, he did say. He said, I remember back then when women used to like men. Don't fall to this new world order.
You don't think Biden a dictator? Do me a favor. Try to buy food in Chicago without showing your papers. Not even hiding their behavior. Straight up showing their haters. They get caught breaking the rules and just laugh like makers. Do as we say, not as we do. It's all I see. And y'all might be okay with that, but y'all ain't me. And y'all ain't free if y'all can't see that we can't speak out and shout that Biden needs to be impeached. You can't tell me that these mask mandates make any sense. It's like trying to stop mosquitoes with a chain link fence. And the jab ain't any better, but they'll take your check.
agree with what he's saying, man. A lot of things we idolize, and God says, "Don't love of anything of this world," and that's the truth, man. Don't love anything of this world, but love God. And I love what he's saying, man. Just spreading that peace, love, and positivity. Men being men, in the sense of men, could be courageous, but also assertive, strong, but also attentive. What happened to, and then you can know you can even be aggressive, but have some tenderness. You gotta stand for stuff. You gotta be as bold as a lion when it's time to be, and you can't forget that. And that's standing for what's right. Do what's right even when it's weary, even when it's tiring. Do what's right. God is our recompense. He will pay us back tenfold. But don't do it just to get. See, a lot of times we try to have deals with God. Well, I'm going to do this so I can get this. And don't get me wrong, I felt guilty to that. But as I spiritually matured, I fell out of that because that was wrong. And at the end of the day, a lot of times we want to give to the Most High when things are going wrong, but when things are going good, we act like we did that. We owed that to ourselves when really the higher power did that. But we so prideful and egocentric that the enemy will come in our mind and make us like we did that. God said He'll never forsake us. The enemy will say, and this is the truth. The enemy will say, when you're alone and you're going through stuff, because God didn't promise that we won't go through trials and tribulations. But the enemy will say, "Oh, He never forsakes you," but He never said He would not never forsake you. He'll play them games in your head, like playing word games. Like it's deep, but if you stay deep rooted in Him and tell that enemy, you could take your doubt and all that and take it back where you came from, and speak it back and fight it with Scripture and speak it out because your word is powerful. You'll be amazed at the transformation and positivity and how better this world can be in unity and love. And that's what we shall be spreading. And love and positivity and unity needs to be spreaded. And that's what I'm advocating in this musical breakdown. And I feel as though that's the message that I'm extracting from this song, out of love. We need to come together out of love, take care of each other, love each other, be there for one another, serve one another, and get over yourself. A self-pity. Get over yourself. At the end of the day, everything is bigger than you. For example, I have a 2-year-old son. I strive to be financially free. I have to put in the work. But before I put in the work, I give it to God first. And then I go put in the work. Because no matter how tired or weary I may get, God sees I give it all I got. And once He sees that, He'll take care of the rest. And that's all you can do. And He will be the recompense. Like I said, when you can't pay back your debts, God said He will. He will. Carry His yoke. It is more easier than carrying your burden. The burden and the cross that we already carry, as He said, is to love others as ourselves, and also to serve others. Be there for others, to help others, not yourself. Like I said, let's get it.
Yo, I got 100 more songs about these pricks in power, but I'd rather use these last bars to live with power. And by live with power, homie, I mean lift the power. Voices together, so let me start by giving out flowers. Respect to Adam for ranting on Facebook first. We on the same team, but you ran that playbook first. Before you call this cloud chasing, better do your homework. I've known Adam forever, plus I'm viral of my own work. And Tom, I don't know you, but I agree with your logic. And would you do a song with Thomas constantly in my comments? And I don't need a feature, homie, I'ma do me regardless.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. That's a real man, man. A lot of men don't know how to give gratitude to other men. They'll take their blueprint instead of just giving gratitude to the idea of who did it first. It's not even about who did it first. Just coming together and realizing, giving each other things, that we're spreading this positivity, we're spreading this truth together out of love. I never heard, this world is so confused and this world is so secular, and it could get you if you want it, if you allow it to, that we'll be fighting over the same words, and the world will make us fight against each other, and we over here preaching the same thing. See, he could have easily said he did this stuff and all that. He just giving his flowers and giving gratitude for thanks to those who are advocating truth. Thanking your brother and sister instead of being full of self pity, instead of him just saying, I thank myself and none of da. No, I humble myself full of humility. And it takes a lot of strength to be full of humility to realize that your statement is not important just as others, but it's equal, as we're all equal. Equal out of love, respect, and self control. We are blessed with that power of it.
But I think that it's obvious that we're both similar artists. And on a note of similar artists, shout out to Burden, shout out to Rez and Jimmy, see you out there working. Shout out to Webby and Bryson, and shout out to Topher and whoever else I missed against this new world. Remember way back when men would actually act like men and never bow down to this new world order. Your money don't make you God. All you do is making God laugh at your cute little new world order.
I want to leave some. I want to, cause this message that Christ put on my heart to spread and to speak. It's a verse that actually got to my head, and I want to make sure I get it right. So yes, I'm googling it right now. And I will make sure I say it before this reaction is over. And it's actually Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 and 20. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor. So I'm gonna just leave y'all with that, because you already said you're gonna act like God, and money doesn't, make you God. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know that. Because what is you putting money in the hands of a fool abundantly, who those who aren't wise? It's just gonna lead to destruction. And that's what he's saying here. At the end of the day, you cannot give someone something that lacks wisdom, because at the end of the day, they will basically maintain it, utilize it for a destructive benefit, because they do not know better. For as Jesus has said, forgive them. They do not know no better. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Love you guys. Let the love supersede the hate. Peace, family.